Hello everyone, welcome back to our unit on organizing your ideas. Today's topic is transitions. So we moved from titles to thesis statements to introductions. We've worked through paragraphs with brief discussions about transitions from one paragraph to the next. And today we're going to talk more broadly about transitions in general throughout your paper. We'll begin by discussing the purpose of transitions. The purpose of transitions is first to move your reader clearly through your argument. It keeps your readers from guessing or making their own conclusions. It also connects or shows relationship between your ideas. It enhances clarity, and it creates a flow from one sentence to the next and from one paragraph to the next. So we use transitions throughout our paper continuously, or at least we should. And we use them specifically in various areas of our paper and for various purposes in each area. So the first area we use transitions is in sections to divide or to link major topics and ideas. The second is in paragraphs like we discussed last time, to divide or to link minor ideas. The third is in sentences, where we use transition terms or phrases in order to show the relationship between the various sentences within a paragraph. And finally is on the very minor level of within a sentence or parts of sentences where we connect phrases or terms. And my main purpose today, we're not going to talk about this in too much detail actually, because it just takes practice, and it's usually just knowing the words and how to use the correct terms in order to transition effectively. So my main purpose today is to give you this list of transition types. Okay? So let's discuss just really briefly what the different types are, and then you can use this as a resource as you write to look back and find the best words of transition for you, depending on what you're trying to accomplish with that transition. So we have transition terms for addition, or where we're adding information or ideas, right? So we're adding something new. We have terms for chronology, which is when we're trying to lead our reader from one idea to the next. For example, after, before, earlier, finally, right? So we're leading our reader through a chronology of ideas or events. The next type of transition is to show similarity. Words like accordingly and also, which show that we're linking ideas or topics together because of their similarity. The fourth is location. The fifth is a result. So we use terms, key terms, such as accordingly, consequently, for this reason, in order to show that in order to signal to our reader that we're now discussing the results. The sixth is example. So when we're providing an example to our reader, we have, for example, in fact, specifically, right? These are all terms that signal to our reader that we're transitioning into an example. Next, we have summary. We need to show our reader that we're about to provide a summary of ideas. We use such terms as finally, in conclusion, in other words. And finally, notice my transition word I just used. Finally, we come to terms that show a transition according to difference. Although, however, nevertheless, these are all terms that show the reader that you are now transitioning from one idea to a different idea. Okay? And that's actually it for today. It's very short and brief. My goal is to illustrate or to highlight how important transitions are to the overall clarity of your writing, and also to provide this final slide here as a resource that you can come back to repeatedly as you write so that you know which words to use, and you can use a variety of words to transition according to what type of transition you're trying to accomplish, whether it be addition, example, or difference. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'd be happy to field any questions or comments that you might have. And thank you again for listening today. I look forward to our next lecture.